in case you pass out, that's tough.
Yes, we finally made it to the heart of the 80s, and this is the most 80s horror movie I can think of. Today, we're looking at Return of the Living Dead from 1985. Freddy's a new employee at a medical supply warehouse. You know, it's got dead bodies and skeletons and stuff. His trainer, Frank, tells him the story of Night of the Living Dead.
Did you see that movie? Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. That's the one where the corpses start eating the people, right?
Remember that from last year? Turns out it was all true, and canisters containing some of the bodies are in their basement. When they take a look, they end up releasing a gas that brings back anything that's dead as a brain-eating zombie. The movie wastes no time. It really gets started about 10 minutes in and doesn't slow down from there. The situation just keeps getting worse. At first, trying to destroy the zombie's brain doesn't work, so they try burning it, and that just makes things worse. The ashes end up in the sky and comes back down in the rain, so that just brings back zombies in the graveyard, and well, it just doesn't stop. You can't kill them, you can't stop them, and it just gets worse if you destroy them. What are you to do? This movie kicks so much ass. I can't think of a single other movie that perfectly encompasses 80s horror than Return of the Living Dead. You got these over-the-top punks going around with names like Trash, Scuzz, and Suicide. Just look at that fashion. The writing is also super funny. The movie is part comedy, and so many of the lines are hilarious as well as memorable.
I mean, I got something to say, you know? What do you think this is all about? You think this is a fucking costume? This is a way of life.
Son of a bitch, the motor's still running.
Good, I'll drive.
No, I'll drive.
Hey, fuck you! Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?
Oh, great, here's your friend and mine.
Hey, fuck you, ballbuster!
The movie's got a badass, legendary soundtrack filled with tons of underground punk, rock, and heavy metal tracks. There's plenty of great blood and gore, too. Oh, and there's a fully nude dance sequence in the graveyard. Awesome. Today's goth girls could never.
Do you ever fantasize about being killed?
Never.
Do you ever wonder about all the different ways of dying? You know, violently? And wonder, like, what would be the most horrible way to die?
Try not to think about dying too much.
The zombies are great. They all look different, and for the first time in a movie, they get to speak.
Come in dispatch. Send more paramedics.
This movie is also famous for being the first zombie movie where zombies specifically eat brains and call out for them. Next time you hear someone say brains and act like a zombie, it's all from this movie. And you know what? I miss graveyard zombies. Where did they go? When was the last time we saw graveyard zombies instead of living people infected by a virus or something? Anyway, I love the effects. There's a female zombie they capture which seems to be some sort of animatronic puppet that looks really cool.
I can feel myself rot.
And then, of course, there's the Tarman. The Tarman is sort of the face of the Return of the Living Dead franchise. He's arguably the most famous movie zombie and a great monster design. Just look at him. He looks disgusting and it's awesome. Return of the Living Dead is a super fun watch with a bleak ending. As far as I'm concerned, Return of the Living Dead is the best zombie movie there is. I love this movie so much. It's one of my favorites and I make sure to watch it every year. And at only about an hour and a half, it's a pretty quick watch too. So, if you want to have a good time, throw on Return of the Living Dead and get ready to party.
Pleasant nightmares, friend.
Good midnight to you.